Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
As parents and parenting writers, we can't help but see everything through a parenting lens. But as our kids have become adults, we find ourselves more interested in getting caught up on movies and streaming than on going over the same parenting topics over and over.
So since we're pretty sure we can find parenting wisdom anywhere, we're going to talk about what we're watching, what we thought about it, and maybe what we can learn from it, if only what not to do. Watch and listen along, and let's all make like we're doing something important for our families. Each Tuesday, we bring you our thoughts on a newer entertainment property, and for this week of August 12th, we're continuing with A Gentleman in Moscow, a limited series on Paramount Plus. This episode was called The Fall, and it was very dramatic.
Oh,
extremely.
It was. It was, and sad and scary, and oh my goodness.
Yes.
But first, before all that, they did such a smooth time transition.
Yes, and
that was delightful. She goes out the door, a little girl, and the door revolves around, and she comes out of it a surly teenager.
Yes, and the actor that they have,
they're sisters, right?
Are they sisters? Because they did a wonderful job of picking actors that look alike.
Well, they have the same last name.
Okay.
Gadsden. And I looked up the older one. It says that her sister with a different first name played her younger sister in something. So
okay.
I think that this is yet another younger sister.
Oh, wow.
Because all these girls must look alike because they really, it works.
Yeah, it works great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So good for those Gadsdens. Have yourself a bunch of kids that look alike.
Right.
And then you can use them for multi-decade movie and TV projects.
That's right.
Way to go.
Yes. So we only got the little Gadsden, the little Sophia for one episode, which was last time, and now she's a teen.
Was in this one ever so briefly.
Yes. Now she's a teen.
Goodbye, honey. We didn't know we were saying goodbye.
Right.
Just thought you were going to school. Oh my goodness. And then you grew up.
Yes. And now Alexander is no longer uncle. He's papa.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's very sweet.
Yes. And the entire hotel is her family, and Anna has sort of taken on a motherly role, and Olga is sort of the grandma, and
right.
Everybody's sort of participating in her upbringing,
right.
Which is very sweet and seems like the sort of thing that would not be allowed. But okay, fine. We're clearly beyond the rules here until something happens that reinforces the fact that there still are rules.
Yes.
Although a great many folks are in the business of subverting them.
Figuring out how to bend them, yes.
It does not help that the weasel is now the hotel manager.
That's right.
Man, that guy is motivated. He's worked his way up from waiter to the head of the whole establishment.
Yes. So
when bad for us.
Sophia falls, that's the fall. So they're running around. It seems to me that Alexander is too old for this game, but
I would think so. How old is he supposed to be by now?
Probably like 50s.
Okay.
I don't know. But
I could not walk up all those flights of stairs. I would be sleeping on a couch if I were him.
You'd still be playing the count to 200 game.
That's right.
But so they're running around playing, and Sophia fall, like the banister breaks. We've got like a lawsuit.
They're running up to the USA his cell up in the roof. So these aren't the ones that customers generally use.
Yes, but workers' comp.
Yes. Oh, that was terrifying.
So Sophia falls, and she falls a couple story, like a long way down, and she hits her head. And so Alexander just is like, forget it. I'm taking her to the hospital. He's obviously not supposed to be leaving the hotel.
No.
But he will not.
Out he goes.
Not stand for just sitting back and watching somebody else take her, I guess.
Right.
I
can see where he would have that inclination, but handing her over to somebody else seems like that would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
And also, he's probably expecting hospitals to be like hospitals were when he was out.
Right.
And I mean, I suppose they're more, maybe better because it's been a long time, but still also not good.
Yeah, I mean, he gets there and it's dark, dirty, dingy. People are piled up in the halls. Just, it's very grim. So
right.
Good thing our old pal Osip comes along to save the day and get a good surgeon to take care of Sophia.
Yes, like that guy.
Yeah,
He had potential. He was so mean at the beginning, but now.
That's right.
They're fellow papas, Papa's got to stick together.
That's right.
They wind up putting together some sort of ruse that even though a large number of people saw him leave, all of those people except for the weasel are saying, no, he's right here. He's here.
Right.
And then he gets smuggled in on a bakery truck.
That's right.
Right in the sight of the not very observant soldiers.
Right.
And then he just waltzes out into the lobby like he's been there like he was at Anna's all night and has been here all day.
Yeah. And much to the chagrin of the weasel, who's really made to be a complete fool.
I would have thought, given the army guy's request to talk to him, would have been on the next train for Siberia. How is he still there after that? How does this not affect his departure?
Right.
Which we have been longing for, these many weeks.
Right.
Okay, because we see him at the end plotting something. Well, we see his hands plotting something, but I'm pretty sure they were attached to him.
Right. Yes. Yeah, he's like making a dossier for Sophia, I believe, at that point.
Yes. So why is that guy still around in a position where he could do that? I don't know. Osip doesn't have quite that much pull.
I guess not. He can do a lot of things. He can get the surgeon and he can get the bread truck and everything. But
that was lovely. See, you watch It's a Wonderful Life and it gets to your heart, man. You can't help it. You can be disdainful, but you're going to want to help people now. All the people you've helped will come.
Yep.
Yeah. So by the end, everything is, everybody's together. Sophia's playing the piano. Everybody's happy. Olga is marrying
married the chef.
So now, who did that turn out to be? I don't think it's the chef.
Not the chef.
It's the valet.
He was like the
doorman,
kind of the concierge type person. Yes. Not the chef. The chef married Marina, the seamstress.
Right.
Yeah.
Were there boys back at the end there? Because it looked like her son was there.
I believe definitely her son. I'm not sure if both of them ended up back, but
we didn't hear that story because we had figured they were as good as dead last week.
Yeah,
so I'm like, oh well, okay then.
Yeah,
guess this isn't going to be that bleak, but next week does not look promising because Sophia's voiceover says, the narrator says that was the last time they were all together.
Yes.
There's still 2 episodes to go. So
yeah, but that could also be referring to Olga leaving because she got married.
I guess. Well, that's true. You know the answer to this.
I do know the answer.
I do not. So.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I'm sad that there's only 2 episodes left. I mean, I don't want them to add stuff that's not in the book just to make it longer. But I'm really...
Does there seem about 2 episodes worth of stuff left?
Yeah, I'd say. When I read this book, the first few chapters, it took a little while to get me hooked. It was just him like trying to adjust to his new situation. But since it does cover so much time.
Yes.
How
does that work in the book? Do they just like from one chapter to the next it skips? Do they put like the year at the top of each chapter or section?
Yeah, the year or the number of days or something.
Number of days, yeah.
Like they had done in some of the episodes.
Do you feel like it's a pretty good adaptation?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how they do wrap it up, but I'll be sad when it's over.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It makes me nervous week to week. And poor Anna, boy, she sure got put in her place. Oh, she's doing this very noble deed to try to distract the army guy from Alexander.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have no idea who you are, but if you want to go upstairs and show me, that'd be okay. And then we find out sort of in passing that the Minister of Culture is no longer that or possibly alive.
Right.
But,
and he had been her champion, so yikes.
Yeah. So
at least she got Alexander's lighter back that this
that's right,
awful man had stolen from his room.
Right. Oh, yeah. But, so she's apparently just going to stay at the hotel now and be together with Alexander.
Right.
Not in his room. Are you kidding me?
He's like, you could move in here. She's like, honey, you do not know me well enough.
As long as I have enough pull for a suite, I'm taking a suite, buddy.
Yeah. You can visit me, not the other way around, my friend. Oh, boy.
Well done. I was surprised when they were searching his room, they didn't find the little secret room. I thought that was coming, but
yeah.
Nope.
It's
well hidden.
It's well hidden in the armoire there.
Yep. Good thing they close that all up every time.
Yeah, well, that's why.
Don't ever leave it hanging open.
Yes. And in terms of parenting, the episode started off with Alexander being a real like helicopter dad and
yes.
Like, how dare you sit next to a boy on a piano bench? And Anna's like, you need to relax, sir.
See, what happens is you do that sort of thing, and then you feel bad, and to apologize to your kid, you have a lot of fun. You run around, you do something fun, and then she falls and hits her head and almost dies.
Yes.
So just don't mess around in the first place.
Right.
Don't get her mad in the first place.
Right. Oh,
and then you won't have to deal with that. And sending her off to school when he can't take her to school, he has to send her with somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, I just have never. I mean, of course she has to go to school. How do you? It's like I think now if you went down to the school district and said, okay, my papa is a prisoner in this hotel, right, which is in this school district, so I guess I'll be coming here.
Right.
Would there not be some? I mean, does he have a birth certificate for her?
No.
Does he have the paperwork, guardianship papers? I don't know. Mm-mm. I think these days this would not hold. But I guess then it's like, sure, the country's in turmoil, whatever.
Right. Well, we need to raise the next generation of communists, so please come in.
That's right. That's right. We ask no questions. Mm-hmm. Little comrades, come on in.
Yeah. Well, and it was like World War II during the years that we skipped, right? So, presumably people had other things on their minds, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
And oh, that terrible feeling when your kid is hurt or sick and you need to get help.
Yes.
And, running into hospitals saying, you will pay attention to me now. Right. Although when my son had his ruptured ulcer, he pretty much went into the ER and said, you will pay attention to me now. Until they did. But that's the most helpless feeling in the world.
Yeah.
And just the administrative state that kicks in those situations is so maddening.
Yeah.
But at least it's helpful if you have a friend who, can bring you the best surgeon around.
That's right.
Cultivate a friendship like that, everybody. This is my parenting advice. This is a parenting tip from the gentleman in Moscow. Find you a friend like Osim.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that should something happen, he will set you up.
Yes.
That's the way. That's the way to do it. Otherwise, you're just kind of floating.
Yeah.
Well, next Tuesday we'll float on into episode 7. It is called An Assembly. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for a discussion of Lost.
Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.